A year after I launched my coaching company, I started working with my very first paid business coach. One of the first questions, like all really good coaches, that he asked me was, what is one of your big goals? At the time, my big goal was to earn six figures. And I remember him asking me why. And I didn't have an answer. It was just because. And so he challenged me to think about, why did I want to earn six figures? And when I was honest with myself, the reason that was so important to me is because when a coach hit six figures in revenue, when they consistently had 5-figure months, they were considered successful. That's what I was going after, what looked like success to everyone else. So when I brought that answer back to him, he challenged me to go home, look at our expenses, look at the money that we brought into the house, and see, was I already hitting significant goals in our household? And what I found out was, with the revenue that I generated with my at-home business and my husband's income, we were at that six-figure mark, and I didn't even know it. So it made me start looking at success a really different way. It's interesting because for my 20-year class reunion, I thought about going, you guys, but I did not go. Why? Because I didn't think I was as successful as I should have been, and I didn't want to show up a possible failure. I want you to think about, as the brand new year approaches, we have 2 weeks before the brand new year begins. But if you're listening to this recording any other time of the year, this is what I want you to know. You can start your new year anytime you want. March 2nd, you can decide, I'm starting over today. My new year begins today. June 13th, my new year starts today. I'm starting over today. August 25th, it does not have to just be January 1st when you decide that you want to take the next 12 months by storm and do something different. But what I want to challenge you to do as our new year begins in 2 weeks, or as you're starting a new year, regardless of what the date on the calendar says, I want you to think about what success looks like to you. Earl Nightingale says success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. That simply means that you set a goal and you're working towards it progressively. That's for the woman who decides that she wants to be a housewife, a caretaker, and she's working towards that goal. Guess what? That woman is successful. For the person who decides, I want to be a musician, and you work towards that goal, that person is successful. And so success looks different for everyone. Someone may not have asked you that question before. They may have asked you as a child, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you stuck to that answer because when you answered it, your parents were proud. When you answered it, your teacher smiled. And so now you set your goals based off of what other people think is good. You set your goals like somebody else is watching you write them down on paper, but you don't set your goals for you. God reminds us in scripture that we are all members of the same body, but we all have different things that we are good at. And because we are all members with all different gifts, we bring so much to the table. And that means that if you are gifted in singing and I am gifted in speech, someone else is gifted in administration and someone else is gifted in leadership, when you put us all together, we can make the masses happy. We can do things collectively that we could never do individually. So, once again, I ask you, what does success look like to you?